Why are you there? I explained to you last week that ki abilities are not quirks. You're not going to... I don't care how strong Gohan's latent power is. You're not going to be able to steal it for yourself. Look, get out of there before his dads show up. They're not a couple. There's his real dad, and then the guy that trained him while his real dad was dead. Yes, was dead. He's alive again now. I don't have time to explain this. You need to get out of... The guy with the crazy hair is his real dad. The green guy is his trainer dad. Now get out of there before they kill you. Listen, you're out of time, all right? The only way that you're going to be able to gain the ability to absorb ki powers as if they were quirks is through the Dragon Balls. I'm not even sure that's going to work. They're 7 magical orbs that summon a wish-granting dragon, and we can hope that he can change reality enough to make this work. I don't know, but you need to look at Goku. He's the dad with the crazy hair. Look at Goku and say, I'm just trying to get stronger in the most genuine voice you can summon. I'm just trying to get stronger so that I can make my world a better place. I was hoping this young man could point me in the direction of a strong training partner and maybe help me find the Dragon Balls. Say it. Say it. You want to live a little bit longer or do you want to die right now? I told you everyone there is dangerous, even the kids. That is why I told you to run. But since you didn't, now I gotta try to keep you alive. Have they told you anything about the Dragon Balls yet? If they're taking you to Bulma's, that means you're gonna meet Vegeta, and he's gonna figure you out in a second. He's as strong as Goku. He's a former villain customer. He can sniff his own out like that. Oh, Beerus and Whis are probably gonna be there too. Beerus is that universe's god of destruction. Whis is his divine wet nurse, and they're both stronger yet. Look, you're not going to like this. You're going to have to change everything about yourself to make them think you're heroic. You're going to need mannerisms, personality, voice patterns, everything. You need to act like All Might. Big smile, the ha-ha type laugh. Make them think you're a hero. Okay, well, you can either feel stupid or you can be dead. You're not sorry. I heard my desk phone ring 4 times, not 5 seconds after the 4th ring my cell phone goes off. So I've got you out of my earpiece. What is so urgent that it can't wait? They want you to fight Master Roshi first. He's not a good matchup for you. No, not too easy. He's going to be too hard. I would argue that he's going to be more difficult for you than All Might was. He looks like a decrepit old man, I know, but he's got this muscle form he can change into. He's also got this energy attack called the Kamehameha. That's going to completely overwhelm you. It's a good thing you have your healing quirk. You know what might actually be the best attack you can use? Can you change your form to appear to be like an attractive young woman? Oh, okay. In that case, I would recommend bracing yourself because this is really going to hurt. Look, you can spin this any way you want, all right? But I've seen the video. You straight up lost. What you call a lucky punch was the last in a precise series of strikes that completely overwhelmed you. Just accept the fact that you lost to an old man. Roshi didn't even have to use his muscle form or the Kamehameha. He just straight up beat you with martial arts. You are adorable when you're flustered. You know that? Who do they have you fighting next? Chiaotzu? Chiaotzu? John, they're making him fight the Pokemon? Don't listen to Nappa. Chiaotzu's not a Pokemon. He's a Pokemon. Nappa, he's not a Pokemon. They're not having you fight a Pokemon. Vegeta, I haven't thought for a second that you didn't know what was going on, all right? I even warned him that you were going to pick him out in a second, all right? For what it's worth, I appreciate you giving me a call and let me know how the fight went with Chiaotzu. Who's he fighting next? Yamcha. Isn't Yamcha stronger than Chiaotzu? Ask Nappa? John, Yamcha couldn't even beat the Cybermen. You know what? I forgot about that. Okay, so after he loses to Yamcha, who's Mr. Satan after? He might actually kill Mr. Satan. Vegeta, don't get me wrong, the guy's a villain through and through. He's gonna kill him if he can. You need to promise me that you're gonna hold Videl and Gohan back when that happens and use the Dragon Balls to bring Mr. Satan back. I need you to promise me. I know you're feeling humiliated, okay? I get it. You lost a bunch of fights. You're not used to this. But this is where you want to be. This is how you get access to the Dragon Balls. It is. Just hear me out, okay? Next guy you're fighting is named Mr. Satan. He's just a regular dude, all right? Use every power you have and take him out. End him, all right? People are going to freak out. They're going to come at you. It's going to be scary. Vegeta's going to stop them. They're going to get the Dragon Balls out. They're going to summon the dragon and wish to have him brought back to life. But when they summon the dragon, they always chit-chat about meaningless stuff for 5 or 6 minutes. During that time, you get up close to the dragon and you say, I wish I could use my quirk stealing ability to steal their key abilities. You get that new ability, you take their powers, you take them out, you take over their reality, then you go back to your reality and take over yours also, and then you control 2 realities for the price of 1. All right? I told you I have your back. Look, Vegeta, I know you don't like it when I call you, but I need your help figuring something out, okay? I got a really weird voicemail from All For One, bunch of yelling and screaming in the background, and then he shrieked, the bubblegum is angry, then the line goes dead. I was hoping you could give me some context. Mr. Satan is dead? That's horrible. How did that happen? Oh. Okay, so what was the bubblegum comment? I thought that Buu was asleep. Into candy? Okay. Yeah, the weird new abilities are called quirks. That's how... If you have him spit him back up, then he won't have him in... Refusing? Okay. All right. Thanks, Vegeta. Bye. Nappa, I need you to update a customer file. Majin Buu has All For One's quirks now. Buu has all For One's powers now? What are you going to do? I'm going to call Buu and try to reason with him. Buu, it's John. I know you had candy, but I need you to spit that guy out. Buu, spit him out. Listen, this guy's not from your reality, Buu. You don't know how he's going to affect your stomach. Do you want to get indigestion and then fart in front of your friends? Buu. Buu? I guess I'm using our Dragon Balls. We have Dragon Balls? Yeah, you know that guy in accounting whose name you make fun of whenever he emails us? Screw? He's an Namekian. He made a set of Dragon Balls for us a couple hundred years ago. Screwy Griffin is a Namekian? Where do we keep the Dragon Balls? They're right here. In the box on my desk that you haven't figured out how to open yet. I don't know what you're talking about, John. Your fingerprints are all over it, man. Okay? Now listen, Dave is really into early 90s rap. So we summon him a little bit differently than other dragons that you've seen. I thought dragons had Namekian names. Dave? Yeah, Screw named him Dave, but we summon him with his rap name. Yo, 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 MC Dragon Ice, by your name I summon you forth.
Oh, yeah. What up, what up, what up?
Listen, I'm going to come right to the chase here. We got a villain named All For One, jumped universes to the Dragon Ball universe trying to gain more power, ended up absorbed by Majin Buu. Majin Buu started to take on some of his more concerning personality aspects, so I wish that you would separate the two of them back into their individual selves. And then, John, what if he can't? If he can't, then take All For One and send him back to his home universe. Can you do that?
I can't just do what you say. Jurisdictional issues are in the way.
What jurisdictional issue? Is this because of Shenron?
Yo,
Okay, well, okay, in that case,
but
then
there ain't no need to fuss a trip. I sent them both back to All for One's crib.
don't send them back to the other universe still combined.
Already did.
Why would you?
You said if I can't do one, then do the other. Why you coming down on your dragon brother?
This is your fault. How is this my fault? Vidal, you can't undo the wish with Dragon Balls from your reality because it was made with Dragon Balls from outside your reality. I don't have time to get into the physics of why that... Just listen. Tell your dad to calm down. I will have Boo back to normal and back home as soon as possible. Okay, so in the meantime... Boo's calling me right now. I gotta go. Boo, I've been trying to get a hold of you for 3 days. I'm not gonna call you that. All for Boo. Have you turned anyone to candy yet? Okay, good. Just stay where you are. Fire guy? Do not eat the fire... Hello? Overhaul. It's John. I need a favor, man. I'll owe you one. And you know that's priceless. Here's the deal. I'm going to go over this very quickly because we're already out of time. As long as you listen carefully, you're going to be fine. All for One left your reality looking for additional power. He failed and got absorbed by a creature called Boo, who turns people into candy, eats that candy, gains their powers. Now he has all for One's quirks. Is calling himself All for Boo. He's back in your reality, and he's already absorbed Endeavor. So here's where you and that nifty reassembly, disassembly quirk of yours comes into play. I need you to find someone with an invisibility quirk, disassemble them, fuse with them, then go sneak up on All for Boo while invisible, disassemble them, fuse with them. At that point, kind of, yeah, except Kirby inhales people whole instead of turning them into candy first. We're off topic. At that point, I will teleport you here. We will separate you all out into your individual original selves and put you all back where you belong. Once that's done, then I will owe you one. Do you have any questions? Boo, I have no idea how Overhaul found you. I'm glad it tickled. Okay, but I need you to stay where you are. Don't move. Don't approach anybody. If anyone approaches you, run away. Stay in the alleyways. Maybe go in a sewer or something. I know you're hungry, buddy, but you've eaten 3 people in the last 12 hours. You've had more than enough. Now, I'm just calling you Boo. It's easier to say. That's too long of a name. Endeavor Hall for Boo. I'm trying to figure out how to get you home as yourself so you can just go back to hanging out with Mr. Satan every day. All right? I'll call you when I figure it out. Okay, bye. Kirby, it's John. Don't hang up. I need your help. Kirby, now that I've explained everything, what I would like to do is teleport you directly to where Boo is while you're already inhaling. So the minute you appear, you've got him, right? Now, my understanding is once you've inhaled somebody, your mouth is like this timeless, extra-dimensional space where you can store things in perpetuity, right? I'm not going to ask you to hold Boo in your mouth for who knows how long, so we'll teleport you right here afterwards, and you can spit him out into one of our stasis pods, and then we'll just hold him there until our Dragon Balls are refreshed, and then we can make our wish, separate Boo back into Boo, All for One, Overhaul, Endeavor, and send them all back to where they belong. Everything's done, no harm, no foul, and you get your reward. So as long as you're cool with that, I do need to get your written approval to teleport you to other realities. That's one of the requirements of the Super Smash Convention Accords. So if you're cool with everything and ready to go, just make that noise you make once for yes or twice for no. Awesome. Okay, I will go ahead and send you that contract here in a second. All right, Kirby, we're good to go on this end. I got Nappa on intercom next to the stasis pod. I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go. On 1, you start inhaling. On go, I teleport you. Are you good? Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. That sounded like Boo. If you don't have him, speak up. If you do, stay silent. Nappa, open the stasis pod. Here, you got Kirby incoming. Kirby, 3, 2, 1, go. Nappa, make sure Kirby is pointing towards the stasis pod. Kirby spitball into the... What was that?
I don't know, John, but his body's changing.
Nappa, that was the sound of Kirby absorbing someone's power. What happened?
I gave Kirby an NFL-style good job butt pat, and then he started glowing and changing.
Are you kidding me? Just keep Kirby in the stasis pod.
John, he's not called Kirby anymore. He wants to be either Burby or Kirbuu.
I don't care what he's calling himself now. Nappa. Wong, it's John. No, I'm not going to be at poker on Friday. My kid's got a school thing. I forgot to respond to the calendar invite. I'm sorry. I know I've missed the last 3 weeks. No, you can't give my spot to Shang-Chi. All right, I'm going to come. This is not why I called you. All right? I've got this Russian nesting doll situation where people who absorb powers are stuck inside a series of other people who absorb powers. And I know you have some experience splitting merged entities back into their constituent individuals. Since when did the Sorcerer Supreme require consent forms? From all of them? Send me the form and I'll see what I can do. Alexa, drop into the stasis pod.
Boyo?
Kirby, I got...
Boyo?
Kirbuu, I got the consent form back. It's just your name on it.
Boyo?
Yeah, it needs to be signed by every individual absorbed within you. So you need to manifest each of them one at a time so they can all sign their names on it.
Boyo.
Why won't Boo sign?
Boyo.
Okay, so if I provide proof that Mr. Satan is still alive, then he'll...
Boyo.
Okay, let me call Vidal and figure out how they're doing on that, and I'll get back to you, okay? Alexa, end drop in. Vidal, it's John. Have you guys brought your dad back with the Dragon Balls yet? Whoa! That come from the stasis room? Stasis anomaly detected.
Answer your phone, John.
Nappa, I'm on lunch. What do you need? I know you're on lunch. The office started shaking. I didn't know what was going on. I checked the stasis pod. All for One has taken over. When you say All for One took over, do you mean he got out of the stasis pod? No, he's still in the stasis pod, but he's like the primary personality now. I don't know how it happened. Okay, Nappa, increase to max power on the stasis pod. I'm going to call Levi, and then I'm heading back to the office. Okay, you got it.
You've reached Levi.
Of course he's not
Please
in
leave
his
a message after the tone.
Levi, it's John. I don't know how much of this you're aware of, but All for One invaded Dragon Ball, got absorbed by Boo, who got absorbed by Kirby. Now they're in the stasis pod in the office, but All for One's become the dominant personality. He's shaking the entire office from the stasis pod. Nappa's turning the power up. I don't know if that's going to hold him. So I need your help figuring out what sort of combination hero we can put together to try to stop All for Kirbuu, or whatever he's going to call himself. I'm thinking Gogeta's a good base to start with, since Vegito could resist being turned into chocolate by Boo. I imagine Gogeta could also. But we need to workshop and figure out who the hell we can get Gogeta to fuse with to stand a chance against this monstrosity that's threatening to destroy the office. I'm heading back there right now. But give me a call when you get this, please. Please. Trunks, I know that Mr. Satan is lonely without Boo. Okay, we're working on fixing the problem. You don't need to get in. Your friend Deadpool can fix it? Didn't your father ever teach you not to speak to strangers? How is Deadpool gonna fix Trunks? Trunks, tell me you and Goten did not teach Deadpool the fusion dance. Okay, did he say who he's gonna fuse with? I don't know his friend Go. Does his friend Go have a last name? Strider? Go Strider. Oh, shit. I know I said a bad word, Trunks, and I would appreciate it if you didn't tell your mother. Hey, John, where's Levi? He's working off-site today. Doing what? He's busy working with some heroes. Doing what? He's out on the training grounds right now with a gaggle of heroes, like hundreds of them, doing a fusion dance boot camp, trying to figure out what crazy combinations of heroes and powers we can put together and come up with that's going to stand a chance against the monstrosity that you created in the stasis pod when you put the minions in there with All for Kirbuu. That's what he's doing. Jeez, man, you could have just said that. You don't need to get mad about it.
Vegeta, you don't have to look so smug. And Simon, will you stop flying around and just fucking land? You weren't supposed to fuse with a Megazord, Megasexlar, who still had Coop or Optimus for a little while. You were supposed to wait for Mega Man, who was supposed to fuse with Metabee, then do cross fusion, and then fuse with Cyborg 009. Jesus, it's Joel with the fluff. Yeah. How the hell are you guys going to defeat a monster like All for Kirbuu? You guys can't get this. And Luffy, Naruto, I expected better. Hell, Jesus. You know what? I look at Rock Lee and Guy. They have been doing this for an hour straight. Sora, I know. And they did it. Saitama, quickly, get in there. No, you need to... We'll take care of that later. Yes, Sora, what is it? How the hell did Donald and Goofy get it on the first go, but none of you guys?
Nappa, do you have the results of all the fusion testing Levi was doing with those heroes? So, John, there were a lot of strong heroes that showed up to help out, but there were a whole bunch of other ones that didn't want to get involved. So, ultimately, we came up with some good combinations. Saitama and Deku fused into Deku-tama, and then Deadpool and Ghost Rider became Ghostpool. And then they stacked Doctor Strange on top of all of them, so they fused into Ghost-tama Deku-pool, and then Doctor Strange on top, so it's Doctor Ghost-tama Deku-pool. That's a bit of a mouthful. You know, that's why I prefer to call it the ultimate fusion of ultimate destiny. I like that, Nappa. That's well done. Aren't those 5, like, your favorite heroes of all time? Yeah, you know, I thought that was kind of weird, but it's also really, really cool that it's like 5 of my favorite people all together in one body. Well, regardless, why don't you get the ultimate fusion of ultimate destiny over to the stasis room, and let's do this. All right, Nappa, we got the stasis chamber cameras up on the big screen in here. Leah, I got the shields at full, right?
I'm giving it all she's got.
Okay. Nappa, we're ready to go whenever you are, man. Press the button.
All right, John.
Okay.
Down from 10, 9, 8.
You really think this ultimate fusion is going to do the job?
It's going to have to. It's the best option we've got.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Stasis pod open. The hell was that?
There wasn't even a fight. He just vacuumed them up.
That was anticlimactic.
That just leaves Plan B.
Yeah, I'll go get the Ditto. Okay, Levi, I'm ready to teleport the Ditto into the stasis chamber. Got my fingers crossed, buddy.
I can't believe that it's come to this.
What exactly are you guys worried about? And if Ditto's gonna fix everything, why didn't we use it in the first place? Nappa, Ditto can copy the powers of anything it sees. Okay, so we put it in that room with All for Kirbuu Minion Dr. Ghost-tama Deku-pool, whatever the hell it's called now. We run the risk of, like, dueling vacuum suction attacks that could end the universe. So, like that scene in Gurren Lagann when Gurren Lagann and the Anti-Spiral, like, doing the drill against the drill thing and the whole universe, like, shrinks to a point? Like that?
Exactly like that.
Okay, so what if that happens?
If that happens, then we all die.
I already did that once. I don't want to do it again. All right, stasis room on screen, teleporting Ditto in 3, 2, 1. Go!
Officer Duckin is inhaling.
Ditto's responding.
John, the suctions are harmonizing.
Levi, I think it's working. They're starting to cancel each other out.
John, the harmonizing. It's forming a singularity.
Nappa, hold on to something. On! Nappa, are you okay? Ditto and all for Kirbuu, Dr. Ghost Tama Dekupool minion thing. They had a suction battle and it made a singularity and the whole universe got sucked. Ditto and what now? Are you messing with me right now? Because like the whole world just ended. Then I woke up and it wasn't over anymore. Nappa, I have zero idea what you're talking about, but I need you to put your game face on. All right, man? We got a call with All for One in like 2 minutes to prep him for the fights against the weaker DBZ guys. Don't let him fight Mr. Satan. Just tell him to go back home. It's not worth it. Okay. Look, Nappa, I trust your judgment. If you think that All for One needs to go back to the My Hero Academia universe, we'll just tell him to do that. We'll cancel these fights. John, I need you to listen to me this time, okay? I know, you think I'm always wrong, right? I'm the idiot in the office and everything, blah, blah, blah. But I'm telling, wait, did you just agree with me? Yeah. When haven't I?